it's recording now.
We had some technical difficulties. It's probably my fault.
We don't know what we're doing. We have no idea. My friend keeps asking, like, how's the podcast going? How's the podcast going? And I'm like, shut up.
Don't jinx us.
We have 2 episodes. We have 19 views. And we're trying. Stop asking questions.
Yeah, I think on my end, the people that actually watch and interact, they're like all my close friends and text messaging. I'm like, don't text me about it. Why don't you just comment? That sounds very like
direct.
Big influencer me.
No, that pisses me off when someone mentions a post that I posted. They're like, oh, I love that you did. And I'm like, didn't see a like on it. Didn't see you like it. You could have commented that on the post and boosted my engagement. I posted on our Instagram story and I was like, help struggling bitches out. Rate the podcast, why don't you? Rate it. Like it. Something.
I need to post that.
Something. Anyways, welcome to the Treasure Drawer podcast, where one man's trash is another man's treasure.
Decided to make a podcast together like everybody else, but
I'm Joan.
I'm Kat, where we unload our shit.
Fucking pissing me off. I always put these episodes as explicit because I curse a lot.
So how was your week?
Good.
I
literally have my list of things.
Same. So we had another plumber come today because we still don't have running water. Currently? Well, we have running water, but okay. So the last podcast, we had a couples massage for our anniversary, and it clogged the drains. We still have clogged drains. It's just the shower drains. We have working plumbing. So we had an actual like professional plumber because the first guy was maintenance. And he's like, so I went over 8 feet down in your pipes and I still couldn't unclog it. So the next person that's going to come over is going to have to do some heavy construction on your home. And I'm like, that's amazing.
Did they do it today?
No, this was just the guy to tell me that.
So you still don't have a shower that's working up to
No,
par?
that doesn't. We have a working shower, but it doesn't drain.
So you don't have a working shower?
No.
Unless you want to siphon out the water in the bathtub.
Literally, that's what we're doing.
That's that's insane.
I feel like there used to be this PBS special called The 1800s House. But they didn't have running water.
You're living in the Oregon Trail.
But my ass is about to get dysentery.
I was gonna say, everything will be going all good, and then it's like, no, cat died of dysentery, and then you have like a funeral, and I'm like, what?
Let's just get an oxen. Like,
that game was crazy for children to play. We were having
the
best time ever as our whole family was being taken out by mundane things.
Maybe it was preparing the millennials for like trauma.
Millennials, Gen Z, Gen Alpha are cooked. I don't know what's going to happen to them. They can't read. Their reading comprehension level is really bad, and everything is falling apart around them. I don't know what they're going to do.
Have you seen the Gen Alpha? Some of them, like at their first job or whatever, they don't know how to count the change back.
How old are Gen Alpha, though? I don't know. I feel like sometimes people confuse Gen Alpha and Gen Z because I don't know where it cuts off. Because I'm technically Gen Z.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, and I'll own that because I'm the cutoff.
And then, 16 and under.
Yeah, so they could be at work.
Yeah, their first job, they're like not knowing how to count change, or like, you know, the hole in the trash cans, like at a takeout restaurant, like the little hole. They'll be stuffing a giant trash bag through there. They could just lift it up, and then someone's trying to help them, and then they get like like a little toddler attack. And then the person training them's like, just keep going. Sorry. Just do what you're doing.
I kind of feel bad for them, low-key, because I feel like they were literally just given iPads and like expected to know how the world works. They were literally just given the amount of parents that just like can't parent and they're just like, here, watch Bluey, and they just throw the iPad at the kid. like, okay, that's not gonna work.
They're gonna ask me what type of gas their Tesla takes, but
I literally feel like I'm an iPad kid, even though I didn't grow up with that. Like, I will make dinner or something, and like I can't eat until I like pick a show to watch or pick like a long form like YouTube video, and then my food gets cold, and then I start to get mad. And I'm like, what am I watching?
Like certain things are soggy, nothing's crispy anymore.
I'm trying to figure out what to watch. Oh my god. Okay, wait. So the first thing that I have on my stupid list that I was gonna text Kat about, and then I was like, no, save it for the podcast. So the other day, my friend likes to just text me and say, do you want to just drive around? And I'm like, okay. And then we just go and do whatever. And I just don't even care. I'm like, sure. And we always end up in Barnes and Nobles, and I spend money. I wasn't going to buy any books. And then I bought a book about Mussolini's Italy. Why? Don't know. Anyway, so we were like in separate parts of the store. And I was like in like the manga section, of course. And then I heard two girls talking to this guy. And it gave like red flags immediately where they were like, oh, like, no, we're young. Oh, like, no, like we live together. Oh, like, no. And he was like, can I get your number? And they were like, no. Can I get your social media? We don't do social media. We don't do social media at all. And then he was persistent as hell. So I started moving closer in the aisle, and it sounded like the conversation was ending. So I wasn't going to go in, but I was like, if he keeps talking for another minute, I'm going to be like, sir, get the hell out of here. Like, knock it off. But then I heard my friend walk over, and she was like, hey guys, did you find what books you were looking for? And I walked over too, and I was like, bitch, I was about to do the same thing.
That's good.
So we were talking.
So you guys were like the savior friend.
Yeah, but so we were talking to these girls, and I was like who, what? Like I didn't see the guy, and it was this dude that I have seen at least twice in that Barnes and Noble, and he always hangs out in like the main front section by the door. And my friend was laughing because the last time we walked in there, he looked up at me for like a good minute, and then looked away, and like kept looking at the books. I think he thought I was chopped and wasn't gonna try his harassment with me. But he gave me like a weird vibe. But I was like, he didn't say anything. Maybe I'm just judging. He's just a man looking at books. But apparently, my friend reported him to the staff that works there. He's done it before to an employee. He harassed an employee before. So this employee goes to get the manager, and the second he sees the manager, he books it out the door and runs away. So now every time we go to that Barnes and Nobles, I'm gonna have to keep an eye out for that weirdo that for some reason stalks women at a Barnes and Nobles.
It sounds better than your job.
Well, but that's crazy.
I know. I would so get into a situation like that.
Like I always like take a second first because I'm like, maybe I'm hearing this wrong. Maybe this isn't as crazy as it is. Let me listen. She just jumped in, and I was like, fuck, I should have jumped in.
I'm glad you guys jumped in.
But yeah, that was crazy. And I got a book about Mussolini's Italy, so all is well that ends well.
So I just had butter chicken for dinner with rice, and it's probably like the most Americanized butter chicken, but like for some reason I was telling my guy that like every time I'm like going through something, my food or my art comes out better.
Really?
Yeah, and he's like, this is the best butter chicken you've ever made. And like, did so and so show you how to make them? I'm like, no. And yeah, and I'm like, and he was like, oh, it's the trauma making me cooking or like something better. Did you? Okay.
I feel like my food comes out worse when I'm in a bad mood, which then like exacerbates the bad mood because I'm like, now I'm in a bad mood and my food tastes like shit. And now I don't know what to do. Like now I'm just irritated. Like it just doesn't work. My art, it depends. Sometimes it goes really good when I'm in a bad mood. Like a painting will go good when I'm in a bad mood because it's like depression. Like it makes good art, you know? Them cutting their ears off and stuff. So it makes good art, but it depends. You know?
Did you see Cowboy Felix?
Cowboy Felix?
Stray Kids?
What do you mean by that? Hold on.
Did you see the promo of Felix in a cowboy full leather outfit for this brand? No? Okay, the brand is called...
I like too many K-pop groups. I can't keep up with everything. Let me see.
Okay, this is going to be like your raw interaction with it. ATISSU is the brand he's promoting for.
Okay, ATISSU.
There's like a whole little commercial and everything.
Whoa! Get into it. Oh my god, howdy.
My my jaw was on the floor.
Is sick.
Right?
I'm telling you, I hyperfixate on way too many things that I missed out on that.
Shout out to Jake Singh, who I'm obsessed with, the Chinese cowboy. Ni howdy. He's my favorite account.
Ni howdy.
What seems to be the hoopla? Hey there, partner. You been working hard or hardly working? Am I right? Ford Mustang, Taylor Swift, Super Bowl.
Did you see the Ulta Beauty hype? How good it was this year?
No.
So they have Ulta Beauty World, and they literally only sell a couple hundred tickets. So people are fighting, and they sell out in less than a minute. It's in Florida, I think. And people were like trying to fly home with Joan, like suitcases upon suitcases of free things that Ulta and all the companies that are sold at Ulta were giving away for free.
So that's what you need. I love a free thing.
One was like this Baze, it's called. It's a brand of like Samsonite, like a travel case, just full of stuff. That's just one brand. And like they'll have like dancers at a Charlotte Tilbury booth with a gold stage and giving out full free giant regular size product.
So they're getting like mini PR packages to go to this convention.
Like the biggest PR package you would get each company.
Can we talk about that for a second? PR packages are crazy. From like a today's Earth Day standpoint. You ever see those big ass PR packages where they give you like every single shade of the foundation that they just came out with? Unless you are a working makeup artist, what the fuck?
Or
like, what the fuck?
Luckily, I know a lot of like working makeup artist friends. If I don't keep it for myself, or I donate it to a women's shelter so that they could use it for like job interviews and stuff, because that's one of the cleaning supplies, makeup, and hygienic items are like the top 3 things they need.
Like, I know a lot of people definitely like do that kind of stuff, but I just know that so many people are just like, I haven't used this. Let me just throw it out. It's been sitting here for a year.
Did you see Huda Beauty's recent post that went viral where like she was giving out this huge PR package, and apparently she's really strict who she gives PR to, and someone sold it the same day it was delivered to their place, and she found out which influencer was selling it for a lot of money. And
I would cut them off too, to be honest, if you like very like specific about who you give your product to.
Mm-hmm. So one of the people that like, I don't know, whatever resale site they saw it on, one of the people made a whole TikTok video about it, and so Huda gave it to that girl who ratted her out on TikTok, her PR package.
That's great. Listen, snitches get stitches or PR packages. Snitches get privilege. This literally just says Sanrio ranking, because I always need to propagandize whoever I can. So, to anyone that's watching, go and Google Sanrio ranking is probably the first result that comes up. And you're gonna vote for number 32. They never move up the list. They're called Laura Manic. Okay, they're called Laura Manic, and they're 2 little demons. They're called Berry and Cherry, and they're cute. If you like Kuromi, if you're a goth baddie, but you're sick of Kuromi because same shit
everywhere.
Day, how many Kuromi things can you have? Okay? All Laura Manic has right now on the official Sanrio website is an ugly t-shirt, no offense, and 2 keychains, one of which I already have. So, propagandize, vote. That is all.
What you're going to learn from this podcast is what's the best kawaii decoration in animes to watch?
I ride hard for them, as I have a Karomi pillow right next to me. But that's because she has merchandise. You know who doesn't have merchandise? Laura Manic. I'm still over the fact that Hello Kitty is a real human girl. And not
I
a
know.
cat.
I saw a video and like it was another podcast and they're like they didn't know that Hello Kitty was a British woman girl that's cosplaying as a cat, like in a costume. And they said she's like 5 apples tall and weighs 3 apples. Like that's how I'm like, girl's tiny.
A human girl that is a cat, so she's a furry. So she's a furry.
We're in the metric system of apples as well. So she's very petite.
Some things I refuse to believe. Like, you can tell me that lore all you want. I do not care. She is a cat. I do not. She's a real girl. No, she's not. She's a cat. She's a she's a cat.
I am 48 apples tall, and I do not want to know how many apples I weigh.
I weigh a ton of apples.
A bushel.
Yeah. I weigh a tree's worth of apples.
An orchard.
As I'm drinking sweet tea. Well,
I'm
apple
drinking orange Celsius. They're like those green tea energy things.
Yeah. I like energy drinks. They're good. I feel like they don't give me energy though, and it makes me mad.
Same.
I'm just chronically tired. I'm just always tired.
Mine's ADHD. I have the magic trick of drinking cold brew and falling asleep.
One time I was on the bus for like a school field trip to DC, and it's like a close-ish drive from New York. And I fell asleep with a Starbucks drink in my hand. And it left like a mark on my face, like a straw print. And I was like in like the 8th grade, and I woke up and I was like, huh. I kept drinking it.
Not the straw print. I was falling asleep last night in the movie theaters like an elderly person, but the movie was good. And I saw the Super Mario Galaxy movie. But like if I sit for a little too long, I just sometimes get tired in a dark room with a comfy chair and snacks.
Yep.
And if you don't bring your own snacks to movie theaters, you're probably lying or you're very rich.
Oh, sneak in snacks all day, every day. The only thing that I feel like you have to get there is the popcorn, if you want it. Because, like, other popcorn does not hit, like, movie theater popcorn. But why would you pay overpriced for, like, a thing of candy that you could literally get at the dollar store? For, like, way less. Absolutely not.
I brought in homemade chocolate chip granola bars. And, like, there was these roasted jalapeno pistachios that me and my friends were all sharing. It was so good. And then my friends were like, after the movie was over, of course you stay till after the credits because there's extra. And it was a really good movie. And it was great because like anyone from like of all ages could watch it. And I didn't know it was the 50th anniversary of Nintendo. That's why they released this movie. And then my friends like, oh, wasn't that movie for being the second? It was so good for being the second one. And I'm like, wait, this is the sequel? And they're like, yeah, you haven't seen the first movie? And I'm like, no, you just invited me to see Super Mario, and I was like, yeah, I'm in.
That might be why you were falling asleep because you don't know
but it was really good. She's like, well, this one was better than the first one. I'm like, okay, I'm still gonna see the first one. But they had these cute little babies that had like a human mother, but the babies were these little fat star plushies that glow in the dark, and they had popcorn buckets of these stars that you open, like in the Mario video games. They glow and that you open them, and they had Yoshi popcorn buckets.
Yoshi!
The movie theaters now is like going to a pop-up mall with all the merch.
Yeah, they're really fancy. I don't know. It's nice to see a movie like as a movie on like the big screen. Oh my god, I forget his name. But the actor that played Luigi, like voice actor that played Luigi, not to get political, but it's funny. He was interviewed, and the interviewer asked him who's his favorite modern day Luigi in American history, and everyone just started laughing. And he goes, "I don't know, Mangione."
I was hoping, I was praying.
The other day, my coworker, who's like 64, was like, "You guys probably don't know Mario." And me and my coworker were like, "You mean Isami Mario? Yeah. What do you mean? Of course we know who Mario is." And she goes, No, the race car driver. Who? If you say, do you know Mario? Anyone under 40 is going to say, yeah, it's a me, Mario. I was telling my brother, it reminds me of, we went to this like Christmas light show that you drive through, and there was this weird looking thing, and my brother said it looks like a JoJo stand, which is from an anime, and we started laughing, and my dad laughed along, and we were like, you don't get the joke, and he goes, yeah, I do, JoJo, and we said, who's JoJo? And he goes, Siwa, and we were like, no. No,
It almost came out of my nose.
that's not what we were saying.
What is that when people copy her? And she has that black makeup on, and they always...
Oh, karma's a bitch.
Yeah.
I should have known that.
But it's like her voice or tone of like a meme.
Oh, dream guest on my podcast? Probably one of my exes.
Dream guest on my podcast? Oh my gosh. I mean, honestly, let's spice things up. One of my exes.
Oh?
Yeah.
And now she goes by like Joelle instead of JoJo because she's dating a man.
Oh, when she was doing like kind of like a cosplaying as a trad wife now that she's dating a man.
No one, I feel like she tried to make it seem in some ways like people cared because she was now with a man when she said that she was a lesbian. Most people don't care. What they find peculiar is that you cheated on your girlfriend on Big Brother. It's not about the gender. It's about the actions of said relationship. Being cheated on Big... Imagine being cheated on live TV. Hey, so we're breaking up. I'm actually... Like, that actually wasn't a friendship. You'd be like, okay.
I feel so bad because when there's people like JoJo Siwa that have grown up in the fame, their whole life seems so fake and performative, and it's weird. Even if they weren't a child star, I've even seen YouTubers do this, certain reality stars do this. Like, they want to make all these announcements on something that you're going to need to sit down for this. We're kidding.
I think also child stars have to try and like really act different to be not seen as a child anymore. I remember she was on some podcast recently or something, and there was a performance that she did on stage where it looked like she was drinking alcohol. I forget what kind. And she said it was apple juice. But she was pretending like she was drinking on stage because she was trying to give herself like a more like mature image, which I don't know who her management team was because it did not work. It got her talked about, but not like in a particularly good light.
And it's like, it's not that bad to just explain yourself and your personality, but I think it's also because they don't know who they are.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, especially some child stars will try and do things more adult and then get like really hated for it. Like when like Miley Cyrus was literally just dancing on top of that ice cream cart and there was a pole on it and people acted like she was like stripping on stage in front of children.
Right.
It really was not that bad. Or she did like that photo shoot where she had like a sheet wrapped around her and it looked like she was like it wasn't bad, but it wasn't like great, but it wasn't bad. And people were like hating on her for it and not the fact that like she was underage, so her parents had to sign off on that. Maybe redirect your anger at the adults that took the photo, approved the photo, instead of the child. If you think there's a problem with the photo. I digress.
Yeah, imagine if that was your 16-year-old kid. Like, we need some critical thinking here.
Yeah, the child didn't do anything. She's a child that took a photo. Oh, did you ever watch Avatar: The Last Airbender?
No.
Okay, so it is so good. It is one of my favorite shows of all time. I literally have all of the like hardcover like comic books for it and like 4 like actual like novels for it. They're coming out with a new movie. And I am so excited. My whole For You page this week has been full of thirst traps of adult Zuko. And I'm here for it. It's like when your childhood cartoon crush is now your adult cartoon crush. Because I think in the new movie he's supposed to be like 26. Love that. Love that for us. Absolute cinema. Love that for us.
I
so
was
excited.
worried because wasn't there an Avatar The Last Airbender movie they made that was terrible?
Yes. So there was one that was really bad, and it was live action. They do this thing. There's certain source material that unless you have the biggest like Marvel budget, it's not gonna work if you do it in live action. It's just gonna look stupid. It's gonna look cheesy and corny. It's not gonna work. You can't show air bending and water bending and all this crazy stuff on like a Nickelodeon like random movie budget. It looked so bad. Like they would do all these crazy moves and then like one rock, a pebble would fly. And I'm like, no. Also, they pronounced all the characters' names weird. Like there's this clip of people being like interviewed after the movie and the main character's name is Aang. And in the movie they were calling him Ong. Who the hell is Ong? I don't know who Ong is. I've never met an Ong. His name is Aang. Why would you
I'm
pronounce
not
his
even
name differently?
knowledgeable on the lore. I only have like I'm looking at the makeup right now.
Mhm.
I know it's Ong. I mean Aang. I just messed up.
You don't know it's Ong.
I do know it's Aang instead of Ong. Now you're
They
gonna have
have a
that stuck
live
in my head.
action-
Oh
they
no,
have a
this
live
isn't.
action.
This is Legend of Korra. I'm so wrong.
Same difference. It's like the afterwards. She's like the avatar after Ong Aang, and they have a Netflix show of Avatar: The Last Airbender that is also, no offense to the actors are great, not towards them, but it's still high key cheesy because again you can't really do that, and also they messed up the lore in the first season. Basically, Aang can airbend, right? But he doesn't fly unless he has like a little glider. He can't like fly. And the whole thing is, in the Legend of Korra, there was a character that could fly, and they all freaked out because they were like, "No one's ever flown before. How is he
Is
flying
it-
with airbending?"
When you say glider, is that a device or the animal?
Device, like a
Okay.
little like hang glider looking thing that has like wings,
Okay.
and he like flies on it. But he can't fly. But in the Netflix show, they have him flying in like episode 1, and I'm like, no, you just messed up the lore. Why is he flying? Get him on the ground. I don't get it.
Whenever someone asks me, like, am I a fan of Avatar? I have the most blank look on my face because I'm like, is it the blue people or the bald people? Or it's not the blue band group, but it's one of those. And I haven't seen either of them.
That is so funny. I just think like live actions of things that they can't do should stop. There's this
It's
anime
like-
called One Piece.
Yeah.
That is one of the best animes. There's like 1,000 something episodes. Okay, guys, anyone that watches One Piece, don't shit on me. I'm only on like episode 700 something. Who has time?
Only.
Who has time? Also, I don't watch it in English. I'm like one of those people where like I want to watch a show in whatever language it was in, regardless of what language that is. So I have to read. It's not even like I can put it on as background noise. Like I have to read. I speak fucking Japanese. I have to read.
I'm like that with K-dramas.
Yeah, like I can't watch it in anime, and like cartoons are a little bit different. Like if you listen to it in English, because like it's not like real people. It's like cartoons. But like a real drama, a dub is crazy. But I can't. Anyways, they have a Netflix show of it. They changed like all of the source material and rewrote it in ways that doesn't make sense. And then like it just looks cheesy. Cause like there's stuff that's like not real life that happens that like you can't make it look good unless you have a crazy budget. It's just not for me. I watched season 1 just for fun. And I
You
was
think
like,
Netflix would have the budget?
and like the writer of the mangas is part of like he took part in the show. But it just shouldn't have been done. It's making them money, so good for them. But like the cast is great. They look a lot like the actual like
Yeah, that's what I
cast.
thought
It's
because they
crazy.
keep promoting it to me on everything.
Like it's just it would probably be good if you hadn't seen the anime because you don't know the story. It looks like Spy Kids. Like it's that level of like cheesy
Cheesiness?
effects. Like it looks like Spy Kids. It just doesn't work.
The Thumb People 2002, like.
That's literally what it looks like. Like,
Although I really stand for Spy Kids, the first one, when I was that age watching it at the moment.
you know what I loved? Have you ever seen Shark Boy and Lava Girl?
I haven't.
I
need to.
loved that movie. The fact that Taylor Lautner is married to a Taylor Lautner. So it's Taylor.
That would drive me insane. I don't know if I could do that.
I don't know how paperwork works. You have the same address and you have the same name, but you're two different people. So it'd be
Yeah.
legally awkward.
Do you have to put your middle name on everything? What if they both don't have middle names?
What if the same middle name? The fact that Taylor Lautner is not, the fact that he's white I will never get over that.
What? I thought he was one of my people.
He's white. And when I say he's white, I don't mean like we're spicy white. We're really people of color, like some Italians try to pretend like they're not white. Yes, we are. But anyways, they're not even that kind. He's not even that kind of white. He's like Scottish and like he's like white. Yeah. But honestly, I do think he shouldn't be cast as characters that he's not that race of. However, I don't think he could be cast as white.
Right. I was thinking Filipino or like
anything. You would think anything.
Like I have cousins that look like Taylor Lautner. Literally.
He looks like not even when he was like a little boy. He looks at the very least like Italian, Greek, but he's not even. Have you ever seen iCarly or like any clips of like?
Yes, I loved iCarly.
So there's a funny joke going on the internet that the entire cast, with the exception of Jeanette McCurdy of iCarly, looks Asian, but they're all fully white. Miranda Cosgrove does not look white.
I literally thought Miranda Cosgrove was the most beautiful Asian ever.
She doesn't look white.
No.
She kind of has similar facial features to Björk. Like
yes,
kind of. So
I still love that meme from iCarly where she's just on the computer with that smug look on her face.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like, it's not, I'm sure it's known. I know Joe knows this. I listen to a lot of like romance and fantasy books, and I just finished a whole series and started another one. And this one's like really dark gothic. And I'm on chapter 50 something, and it's like they still have barely just had one kiss. And I'm just like, excuse me. And it's called Anathema. Have you heard of this? Mm-hmm. So it's a gothic setting, like ye old Renaissance type era of this guy that's a warlock. And they have like runes and sigils that appear on their bodies and tattoos depending on what magical spells they learn. And everybody has different types of stuff. Like the main character warlock guy, he like controls fire and could have tattoos of scorpions on his body become real scorpions to attack people. And he's like a king's guardian. And he falls in love with a mortal who is actually a witch, and she didn't know she had superpowers. She just saw dead people. So it's kind of like a female paranorman. And her whole life, she's like, I see dead people. But it's because she's a necromancy witch. And I'm loving it. And it's very kind of like it's graphic and like there's a lot of stuff against religion and kingdom and politics and stuff. And like the gothic kind of like rough romance parts of it, but it's pretty good.
That sounds. I need to start reading more. I'm telling you, these are unread.
And it's LGBTQ friendly as well, which I liked.
Slay. I love, especially when you said like it's like religious-y. Mm-hmm. I love that vibe. Like
yes,
gothic, romance,
and the
political.
They're like the oldest witch teacher who's like 600 years old is a gay icon, and everyone thinks he's dead, but he's hiding out in this warlock's dungeon, the main guys, to like teach them everything he knows. It's pretty good.
I don't know why that reminded me, just because of like, as her religion. That made me think this funny thing I saw the other day. There was this grandpa that was watching TV, and he was like really wanting to go see Shen Yun, that like operatic, like, so you know about Shen Yun, right? I've told you enough about this.
Yeah.
So for anyone that doesn't know, Shen Yun is that like China before communism, like beautiful theatric. It looks gorgeous, mind you, like play. But it's ran by the Falun Gong, which is a Chinese cult. They came into my job one time and were like, "Hey, can like you hang up our show's poster?" And I was like, leave me your contact information. I'll pass it along." Knowing damn well I wasn't passing that along, but I just wanted to get her contact information so I could go on her Instagram and see what the Falun Gong were about. But this grandpa said he wanted to go see it, and his granddaughter or whatever was trying to explain to him that it's a cult, and he was like, "Ugh, so is the Catholic Church. Who cares?"
Honestly, you were talking about that Barnes and Noble situation, and those girls probably like didn't have the know-how to, but I would have been like, "Have you heard of Shin Yan?" And like just gone off the rails on like
Oh my gosh, I'm so happy that you came up to me. Have you heard of the word of the Lord, your Lord and Savior? You just start going on and on and on and on.
Yeah.
Or you can freak him out the opposite way. Oh my, thank you so much for coming up to me. Like, I thought you looked like a soul that could be saved. Have you heard of the word of Beelzebub? My demonic dark Lord and Savior.
Just
Lucifer,
have a little
the angel who
satanic
has
book in
fallen.
your pocket.
Lucifer, the angel who has fallen, and now he is the god of hell. Have you heard of him?
A random black book of the occult and just start flipping through it.
One day, I am going to use the only prayer in Latin that I know, and I'm gonna say it in a demonic way where it sounds scary, and I'm gonna get someone with it. One day, it's gonna happen. I gotta remember, because I told you, I always have crazy religious people coming up to me. One day, when someone hands me a pamphlet, I just have to go, "Ataclamamos, ellos filieve, adesso esperamos, gementes de frentes, in acalcamar vele, e argo, avocat nostra, y los tuos, mis gordos oculos, and nos converte." It's like a 2-minute long prayer that I know fully in Latin because of Catholic school. Like, I just have to go in and like make my eyes roll back. E argo, avocat nostra, y los tuos.
If I say my Japanese food order and ask to go to the bathroom fast enough in a deep toned voice enough, I'm sure.
Can I say something? It might. Okay. It might, but it might also sound like that scary movie clip where that little boy was just saying like Nagasaki Nissan.
Hibachi Benihana Teriyaki. Nagasaki, Okinawa, Hokkaido, Yokohama. Karate, Judo, Sumo, Samurai. Nissan.
I don't know, because I was so convincing that I was sent to the principal, and so was my mom, because we didn't know the English word for medicine or vomit. So we were just speaking Japanese on what's her teacher's like, "What's wrong?" And they sent us to the principal's office.
Kat, I think that was racism. I think you were hate crimed as a child for speaking in your native tongue. Like, I think that was just racism.
Oh, the trauma behind like bringing Asian food to school, and everyone's like, "What's that smell?"
The only time I recall as a child having anything negative to say about someone's lunch, I could have, and I just don't remember. But the only time I recall is when I was at summer camp, and there was this kid who was from Japan. He was like a little boy. He didn't speak any English. I felt bad for him. He was an annoying little kid. He used that language barrier to his advantage to be a menace. And he brought some kind of, I forget what he brought, but it had like little mini fish in it. I don't know if it was like sardines or whatever it was. And again, he was just a bad kid. He started throwing it at people. He was chucking little fish across the dojo. And I was like, okay, now I have a problem with what you're eating, because a fish just hit me in the face. Like, now I have beef.
Although I was the person like my brother can't stand some Japanese food, and like I liked marinated baby squids and would have the tentacles out of my mouth just to gross them out. But I didn't throw it at him or have him touch it.
White and Italian. The only thing is, one time I brought like a Nutella sandwich before it was popular, and some kid said that it looked like shit, like poop, and I'm like, it's chocolate,
Yeah.
bitch. But that's it. Again,
That's so weird because it is
ham and
chocolate.
cheese sandwiches. Remember one time, kids like being ignorant played to my advantage because we used to do like multicultural days at school where everyone would bring a dish from their country of like where their family was from. One year, I asked my grandma, who I'm not blood related to, what are you? Because I'm not doing Italy again. And she just listed off a bunch of things, and I was like, "You said France? I have a beret in my closet." And then I brought like croissants and pretended like I was French for the day. Anyways, this one kid was from Portugal, and he brought a big ass tray of flan. I love flan down. Okay, I have a painting of flan hung up on me wall. My nonna used to make it all the time, and she called it like latte português, which just means Portuguese milk because it's from Portugal. And no one knew what it was. So no one, I just messed up my camera, didn't I? No one knew what it was. So no one wanted to eat it.
Yeah.
I bodied half a tray of flan. I just kept going back because no one else wanted it. And I'm like,
why wouldn't you want
yes.
flan? It's like a tower of caramel pudding.
Kids are stupid. And if they see something that they're unfamiliar with, they're like, ew, what's that? Delicious is what it is. I'll take 7.
You would have loved coming to our house because my mom was like the local art teacher that they hired. She was a librarian, but she would like, our school teachers would like get her to teach the kids origami and like to draw portraits and how to paint because she's an artist. And so many kids cried in front of my mom, and I felt so bad for her because they couldn't like fold the paper correctly or draw correctly. And then like they would come to our house to taste all of like the Asian foods, and they would like be gagging at her delicious food, and I felt so bad.
When I was a kid, I really wasn't picky. I was picky with textures because I have undiagnosed OCD, and I thought I was going to choke and die on certain things. But I would try most anything when I was a kid. Like, one of my favorite things, my grandma called it energy, and it was literally like liver pate that she put on crackers. And I thought that was the most delicious dip I've ever had in my life. Like,
they put that on some banh mi's too.
Yeah, like I used to love that. Like that was like one of my favorite things. I just like food though. I think I'm fat. What is the weather right now? Let's talk about that. Today is Earth Day, and I said I was going to rant about it. It is 45 degree. Last week it was 80 degree, and now it is 45. There was a freeze warning. That's not normal. But then people out here still think climate change isn't a thing and isn't real and doesn't exist.
So today was the first time it stopped raining for a week, and it's 80. But then when it got to raining, we got they call it like not a cold snap, but like a cold front, and it got down to like 50, the low 50s. But it's so crazy that goes from like 82 to 52 in the same week, in a couple of days from each other.
Like, I don't know what the normal weather is in Texas, but in New York, the average like April is like 55 to like maybe late 60s, maybe.
No, I need to look that up.
What do you mean 49 and it was like 30 the other day and then it was 80? None of these are normal. None of these are normal at all. Then people still think climate, I don't understand. If you don't think climate change is real, you're just dumb. That's my stance on that.
They don't like
Just 'cause of what
science.
science is. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
They just
It's
made the
not like-
volcano and like that's it.
People, I feel like nowadays, and always, but make like facts into opinions. Like, this is not an opinion. It is scientifically proven. This is not an opinion. It's a fact, buddy. Like, people are dumb.
Did you hear about this company called The Painted Tree? Okay. So it's kind of like an antique mall, but for small craft businesses. So there was like during the pandemic, there was a lot of people that like made their dreams come true with a small business, or like they started like making earrings out of polymer clay, or they started making handbags out of like materials that they thrift from. And so at the Painted Tree, it's kind of like an antique mall where people could go and buy from these small businesses and booths. Well, they're not only going bankrupt, they had less than a month to shut down every store and let the customers that had these booths know that they had to have all of their stuff taken out within like a week or less. And like these people are like actually have businesses that make their income monthly income in these booths, because it's like going to a mini mall of small business. And it was so sad.
Having a small business is so difficult. It is literally so hard, as we know. Like, it is literally so hard. Like, I'm cutting down to 4 days a week, but currently I work 5 days a week at a job that I don't like. And I am always doing stuff on the side. Like, I literally publish my coloring books, like working on this podcast, rate it, follow it, subscribe. My Etsy, I have literally spent more money on ads than I have made in sales. Because the only way I ever get sales is when I buy ads, because like I can't get traction myself on it no matter how hard I try. The SEO is not working. I've been trying. Okay? It's hard out here. It really is.
So
I
if you don't know, me and Joan practically grew up on the internet trying to make our small businesses fly. I think I started my YouTube channel when I was 19.
I was 12.
And that's insane. So like, and I successfully have had a small business ups and downs, and like I'm thinking about I recently had a job loss, so I'm probably gonna go back into makeup artistry. I used to do face painting in college, and doing kids' birthday parties, I mean, that could be a thing. I just don't know about the humidity and sweat
Yeah.
in South Texas unless I put midnight final seal on those little kids. But then their parents might freak out like, how do I get this off? I don't know, but it sounds fun.
It's hard to keep like an influencer type small business alive unless you become like a crazy like household online name, or you build like enough of like a cult following, which is really hard to do.
It's kind of like winning the lottery. It's like only the top 1%. And when people like get a really good successful career out of online like YouTube, TikTok, I feel like that's a platform that they have to use as a stepping stone. You have a good about 4 or 5 years before your audience either grows out of you or you keep reinventing yourself. And it's a lot of work.
Yeah, it's really hard to market to keep people talking about you.
Mm-hmm.
Like, again, unless you have like a crazy cult following. Like, there's some influencers that can literally do whatever they want and they don't really have to worry about it. I always joked that if I could be Bretman Rock, yes, I would. Because he went from like makeup on like Vine to like reviewing coconut water to talking about his chickens.
Like, yes, I love his farm.
They can literally switch up at the drop of a hat, and it's chill.
You could film him washing his cars with his sister and family, and it would probably be the most funniest thing ever.
Yeah, it's so hard to get that though. And it's also so annoying too that like I think about like I've tried to be an influencer for years and it's gone nowhere. But then also even like my art stuff that I want to do in 2026, you need a following to do shit. Like, there's so many things where it's like you need like that kind of motion online for anyone to care. You have to like market yourself to get people to buy your stuff. So you have to get views and likes and
you have to wear so many hats
to want to buy your stuff.
If you get some type of following, views, or success, if you have a manager, a publicist, a PR rep, that they're taking a cut too.
Yeah, I was
And
telling
that's a
Kat,
lot of work to have meetings with them and all this
Yeah.
stuff.
I was telling Kat I tried, and I'm gonna keep trying to get an illustrative agent, because a lot of illustration agencies, they don't like, you don't have to pay them per se. They just take like a cut out of whatever job they get you, which is fine when you get no art jobs. Take whatever you want as long as you give me a morsel of something. But I applied to like 20 and got no answers back, with the exception of one agency that said no.
It's so
Like,
sad too because like I actually had a favorite illustrative artist who would they were like a model on TikTok, and I forgot their name, and they would like build a whole world, like let's do our outfit or in makeup to look like Edna Mode. Then they would build the whole Incredibles in Adobe.
yes, I know who you mean.
Yes.
I don't remember their name, but I know who
Yes.
you mean.
Yes, that person. And I don't see them post anymore.
It's also, it's so hard. So much of social media is so time consuming. Like, every time a big influencer complains about like how much they have to work to be an influencer, I'm like, you know how many people do that for free, right? At the hopes to be an influencer. We are talented, and it sucks that we are broke.
Yeah.
Like, it's not fair.
TMI. But my bank called me and they're like, because I lost my job, so they're probably not seeing like check. Where is it? So they're like, good. I just woke up. They called me at like 8 a.m. Hello. So we were just wondering if you need any help trying to figure out how to make money. It's like, okay, bitch, you could call me broke, but
That is so funny.
don't tell me at 8 a.m.
Good morning. Hey, broke bitch, wake up.
I thought I dreamt it up. I was so tired.
Woke up on the wrong side of the street this morning?
Just your traffic. Oh, that should laugh about that.
I posted a video about my lazy eye. I'll put the video up. And I'll like explain what it is for people that are listening to it. It's me trying to take like a cute photo with like my glasses in my mouth, and my lazy eye was lazying. It was popping off. And I said like, I look like Pennywise. Ha 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 ha. So that video is at like, I don't know, over 1 million views and like over 100,000 likes. And it keeps going because people are just like making fun of me in the comments. It's funny. I don't mind it. My friend said I have a degradation kink. No, I've just been on YouTube since I was 12. I'm used to engagement is engagement. I'm used to it at this point. It's funny. But someone sent me a voice message earlier. Mind you, I'm not gonna show their account, but you have no right to judge how I look, buddy. He literally looks like Shaggy from Scooby-Doo. Who are you? But this is literally the voice message that I got at like whatever time that was. You are huge. Just hold on.
Is this the message you told me about?
It just says, you are huge.
Oh, I thought he said, "Who are you?"
No, you are huge.
What?
Half of those comments
I'm
are just
upset for
calling me a
you.
Fat fuck. No, it's so fun. I don't even care.
I know, but I'm the type of friend I want to fight.
Engagement. I will take any engagement I can get at this point. You know what I mean? With the exception of, there's only one type of hate comment / engagement that I don't like, and I'm not going to say what it is because then people are going to do it to me. But this is fine.
I'm upset for you.
That's so funny.
But I need to like post more consistently on the shorts, and then while still working on the big videos, because my problem is when I do YouTube videos, I want to make them big, and it's hard for me to just focus on the big thing. I want to complete that before I do all the. It's a lot. ADHD is a bitch.
I've been like editing the podcast like the day after we film it if I can, so that I know it's done. I'm like, I want to have it done So I don't have to worry about it.
I was so looking forward to filming this podcast with you because this week has been so crazy. And like I went to that beer garden and I didn't, because again, I have ADHD. Sometimes I forget to eat. And like I had like breakfast at 9 that morning, and then the beer garden thing wasn't until 7. And so I hadn't eaten anything since breakfast. And I had this gluten-free, the greasiest pizza in the world I've ever eaten in my life on an empty stomach, driving through traffic. And my friend was driving, so I got really car sick. And with the greasy pizza, I like we had was like limeades, no actual water. And so I got so sick. And I keep forgetting that I have like chronic illness of like gastritis and GERD, all this. So I was like literally up in bed for 2 days, like just eating crackers. And I'm like, dang.
The other night, I had like bad heartburn at night, and I like reached over to grab my Tums like in the dark, and I didn't want to like turn a light on, and I didn't want to get up, and then I knocked them all on the ground, and I was like, okay, and then I had to get up and turn the light on and put the Tums back.
On this episode of DIY, the Gertie girls make their own glow-in-the-dark chewable Tums.
Radioactive Tums.
Yes. Or like just
Uranium
paint.
Girls.
Or make sculptures with polymer clay and paint glow-in-the-dark.
Do you know about the Uranium Girls?
Yes. I did a video on it too.
That thing is crazy. They had them licking radioactive material.
Just for some
to
clocks.
To save paint, because if they were dipping it in water, that would waste all the paint.
The way I would have a thimble of water.
They're eating the paint. What's the difference? Better in than out. Like, confused.
Okay, speaking of women in STEM, but this is a more positive spin on it. In DIY crafting.
Women in STEM.
Have you heard of tech decks?
Mm-hmm.
The cyber decks? So these are called cyber tech decks, and it's a trend right now. So thrifting is becoming a trend because we both live in the US. Our the government and everything is just like our money is, everything's down, right? So a lot of people are thrifting. We don't have JOAN crafts anymore to feel the fabrics and to make our own crafts. So people are going thrifting a lot. So there's people that are thrifting like old purses, suitcases, laptop cases, and they make a tech deck. So they'll build in it with little like computer chips and stuff, like a fidget electronic calculator from scratch, or like one of those fidget keyboards, or like this little 1970s briefcase can actually be an electronic like typewriter thing, and they'll build it from scratch from stuff they thrift. And it's like a trend on Instagram right now, and it's so cool looking.
I haven't seen that. I love people that are like crafty in like a resourceful way. There's this woman that I don't know if I follow her. There's a lot of people that I see all the time, but I like just don't follow, and I don't know why. I just want to follow like 1,000 people. But there's this girl that goes to like the thrift store, and she'll buy like sweaters, and she has this like yarn spinner that she'll like unspin the sweater to make a big ball of yarn that she can use to sew a new sweater.
So a lot of people are doing that, is thrifting things and then making their own yarn, because especially with the rise of like Shein and fast fashion, there's not many, even if you go to like Bloomingdale's, Nordstrom's, like really expensive high-end what they consider wool sweaters, like real more natural fibrous materials, it's all polyester or polyester blended and not actual wool. And people are still paying a lot of money. And like, I'm hoping she's making the yarn from actual traditional, more natural fibers, because then it's kind of just like more itchy stuff.
Hopefully. I mean, it's crazy too that like I went down a rabbit hole of when people think that they're like donating their clothes to like people that like need, you know, those like donation bins that they have outside, they like their clothes in there. A lot of the times those get sent to other countries, and then they become like fabric waste. there's a lot of countries that have like landfills everywhere of our clothing waste, and they can't use all of it. But like it still gets sent to them without their consent. Which is not what are we so we're just gonna take the problem and move it over there. Like, that's not okay. I don't know. Fast fashion is ridiculous. If you think you're only gonna wear something once, what are we doing? Like I saw this a while ago that someone went to like a thrift store after a Taylor Swift concert, and the amount of like concert outfits that were donated right after the concert is crazy.
I never thought of that.
If you're only gonna wear something once, like what are we doing? Like literally all hung up here. Like I always like custom make some part of my concert fit, but I'll make sure it's something that I'm either going to save to display or I'm gonna rewear. Like I have a sweater hung up that I put like all these patches on and did like this like religious-y thing to wear to a concert. I wear that thing all the time. And then these I don't really wear. So I like that's a shirt, that one's a shirt, that's a shirt. And I just like put them in shadow boxes that they like looked pretty.
Yeah.
Like I'm not going to wear them
but
again.
still functioning as art.
Yeah. And they're also still there. So in case I wanted to wear them again, I can just take them out of the box, wear it, put it back in the box.
I saw this really cool artist that they were taking pieces of like, unfortunately it was for a funeral and like their grandmother had passed. So they were taking like her favorite blouses and handkerchiefs, and he lined the inside of his, the suit he was going to wear for a funeral, like his tailored suit for it to be warmer during winter, with all of her old like favorite shirts and outfits and stuff. So it was like patchwork, this beautiful all blue coastal colors that matched his tuxedo.
I don't know where it is. I have a pillowcase that my nonna knitted or crocheted. I don't remember. I don't know the difference. Well, I do know the difference, but I don't know which one that is. I can't tell. So I want to eventually turn it into like a purse, because all I would really have to do is put lining in it and put like a zipper and then like 2 straps.
That would be cool.
Reduce, reuse, and recycle. A lot of people, it's Earth Day. A lot of people skip the reduce part though, and then just go to reuse, recycle, but they're still buying in excess. Like when you see people doing like Shein hauls, mind you, people act like Shein is like the worst company. It's not good, but a lot of major department stores are the same level, if not a little bit better, but they're still not good. It just, everyone hates Shein mainly because it's Chinese and people are xenophobic.
Yeah.
Again, bad company, but like there's other bad companies that people will shop from while shitting on Shein. Like I don't buy from them, but you know. Anyways, people will do like $400 Shein hauls. And I'm like, so you mean to tell me you're not buying that because it's affordable? Because you just did $400 worth of it. Thrift stores, depending on where you live, can be more difficult because thrift stores are either like cheap and amazing, or people try and make it like vintage. This is from 2003, so it's vintage Y2K.
Yeah. That denim jacket
like, guys,
is thrifted for $120 because it's literally whatever brand, and
it's like why is that so expensive? What are we doing here? And then also, I love thrifting, but also being like big, I can't find but I'm searching for a needle in a haystack.
Oh yeah, I just recently sadly I don't think I have anyone to go with, but they're having like kind of like a thrifted marketplace for flea market of just plus size fashion and accessories in Houston in a couple of weeks, I think, but I don't even have any more plus size baddies to go with me.
Go by yourself.
That's true.
Girl, you said you want to make more content.
Yeah.
Make a little vlog and go.
I also want to. One of my friends has never been to Daiso, and I know it's
kind of stores.
Huh?
I love those kind of stores so
I know.
much.
And I know they're like cheap, but like I have Daiso makeup organized containers that I've had for like way over 10 years.
I feel like Daiso is like the dollar store, but cute.
Yes.
So it makes it feel more fun because it's like aesthetically pleasing.
And the
stuff.
snacks.
Yes. There's this, I forget what it's called now. But there's this store that I told you that like I went with my mom when we were going to see a play because I was like, I ran out of eyeliner. That's just so much fun. They have like a bunch of like Japanese makeup and other countries too, but it's like mainly Japanese, and like snacks and different things. And I mainly just go there to buy skincare and makeup because every time I run out of my favorite eyeliner or mascara that is so hard to remove, but like that's good because then it never comes off during the day.
My favorite,
this mascara, I literally need to buy Japanese mascara remover that's in like a little tube that you like scrape off your lashes in order to get this off.
Not even micellar water? Huh.
You have to like scrape it off, which is great because then during the day it never runs.
I need to buy more Japanese sunscreen.
I love Japanese sunscreen.
Joan got me on the Apothecary Diaries. We talked about it on this podcast before. And I'm like looking up on my phone, what's like the Apothecary Diaries? And so I just finished episode 1, but it's kind of good. And now I can't wait to watch the other episodes. It's called, such a long title, The Fragrant Flower Blooms with Dignity.
I've seen this. I've never seen the show, but like I've seen like many a clip of it.
It looks so cute. At first it was kind of cringe and weird. And it's about this boy who's like goes to an all boys public school, and he's always seen as like the kid that's always a bad kid in like lower class. And unfortunately, in the school next door to them that they make fun of is a high-end private all-girls school. And he's like, oh, I would never be friends with someone from there. You know, they're just so upper class and they think they're all that. And people think he's in it. They assume he's in a gang and all this stuff. And he's keeping a secret that his mother and family owns a French patisserie bakery that he works at. And he starts befriending their best customer at this bakery. And she goes to that school.
Okay, it's like a little like
yeah,
a little
and she like stands up for him because like people make fun of him.
I literally have a list in my notes app of like the amount of animes that I've seen, because when I used to do like body paints, I used to like be like, oh, I want to do something, but I don't know what show to do, and then I would like go into my notes app and like pick a show, and then because I was writing down every show I've seen, I just kept doing it because I'm like, this is fun. That's a long ass list.
See, I
so long.
I didn't say I had a sheltered childhood. I had a very like strict family rules of like shows I couldn't watch, movies, food I couldn't eat. So like I have the opposite. Mine's a whole list of things I haven't seen, and it's so long.
Girl, I had unrestricted internet access. I was talking to strangers on Omegle at 12.
Oh, wow.
I kind of almost got groomed on Club Penguin.
We should just do a whole podcast, like the old school, like stuff we didn't even remember existed or people.
Some things are like, it's weird. Certain things from like when I was younger, I have no memory of, and then certain things I have such a strong recollection of. Like there's shows that I watch with my brother that I'm like, I know we watched the show.
Mm-hmm.
I know I liked the show. Could not tell you anything about the show. Don't know a character. Me and my brother used to watch Dragon Ball Z like religiously. Don't know anything about it. Don't remember. There was this show called Dave the Barbarian, and it was like a cartoon about like a barbarian. And I forgot that show existed. And then I saw a picture of it, and I'm like, I feel like I saw this show. And then I went on YouTube and I looked at the theme song, and I started singing the theme song bar for bar. And I was like, that's peculiar. And then I remembered the show.
I did something like that where I stumbled upon Community Channel. Do you remember her? She was this, I think she's Chinese, in Australia, and she was like kind of like the Asian Jenna Marbles comedian type. I mean, this is old school YouTube. Back in the Michelle fan days and stuff
She
like
comes up
that.
on my For You page sometimes, doing live streams, trying to sell makeup. She had like a weird phase.
Yeah.
Who knows? We're all
A
going through it
Shinyan
out
phase.
here. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're all going through it out here. Falun Gong. We're all going through it out here, you know?
I like how we're like, these people we don't personally know, like, they just had this weird culty phase. I went down a rabbit black hole on TikTok and I was about to send it to you because it's like 90 Day Fiance in real life. So this American woman decided to respond to the Nigerian man, flew over to marry said Nigerian man and meet the whole family to get married. And he's very upfront about doing this for a green card. And they're trying to convince that it's real love meeting his family. And she's like, I'm gonna cook you real southern cooking, trying to like make Kraft macaroni and cheese in Nigeria. And like, I was so tempted to send this to you because it's still going on. It's so entertaining.
That you can send it to me. I love that kind of stuff. There's this documentary that I want to watch. I forget what it's called. I favorited it, I think, on one of the apps. And it is about this guy from Jersey that put on like I think he is Indian, and he put on like a fake Indian accent and marketed himself as a guru for the guise of making a documentary to show people how easy people are to fall into like culty traps and just believe whatever. And he got a following pretending to be this guru.
Did I tell you about how during the pandemic, well, right after the pandemic happened, we could go back outside and I had no friends. I got into cult murder mystery podcasts. And this one, have you heard of the term twin flame?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know the true cults behind it?
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't know that I just thought that was a phrase. And there's an actual cult.
It is just a phrase, but the cult used that phrase to get people to be in the cult.
I mean, that podcast
I love
series.
Cult stuff so much.
Me too.
Disclaimer. Not that I love cults. Not that I love what cults do to people.
We don't like people getting
of cult.
We don't want people to get taken advantage of.
Yes. I love psychology. I find psychology very interesting, very entertaining. I like getting into the mind of like, how did this start? Why did people fall for it? What's going on within that? That's what I find interesting, okay?
Food, culture, behavior, we're all into that.
One of my favorite cult documentaries, I forget what it's called. Again, I'll put it on the screen or whatever. You can find it from Googling it if you're listening. Trust me, it's easy, it's not that hard. It is about a weight loss cult. And the woman that ran the cult, God rest her soul, not to spoil anyone, she died in a plane crash. She looks like have you ever seen the Long Island Medium?
Yes.
Like her hair all teased. She looks crazier than her. And the whole cult was about weight loss. And everyone ended up losing weight. She was just getting them to eat mindfully and like eat healthier diets and only eat when you're like hungry. But she marketed it like if you're following God, if you're doing everything right, then like, you'll lose the weight. And if you're not losing the weight, then you must not be following God. And like crazy spins on it. And like, obviously a lot of cults end up being like, many abuses under the scenes, but a weight loss cult, I'm convinced I don't want to. It is immoral. I could start a cult. I really think I could. It's not Donald Trump could start a cult. I can start a cult. A weight loss cult was an incredible business model. Okay? Horrendous. Despicable. But a great idea.
I need to
It got
I
him.
need to see this. For like, this was one of our hyper fixations about the colloidal silver cult lady. We sound nuts.
Her name was Mother God.
Yes.
Mother God, and she was she had her own cult, and then she died, and she was blue, and they were taking her around with her. They were taking her with them because they thought that like she was going to ascend or something. I forget the whole lore, but they were taking this blue corpse around with them. Yeah, I don't know. And her again, rest in peace. Even though you weren't great, still, but she would act like she was like speaking to people from beyond. And one of the people that she would say that she was speaking to that was like communing with her was Robin Williams.
I'm sure he's like, let me lock into this blue lady because I played the genie once.
Robin Williams. There's like a whole list of like celebrities that she was communing with. But also, I forget what she had. I forget what her condition was. It might not have been curable, but she wasn't getting medicine. She was getting colloidal silver. Okay, where I got my nose pierced. I got my ears pierced at like a different place. Where I got my nose pierced, I would never go back. For aftercare advice, they gave me colloidal silver. We're done. You did a good piercing. It was sanitary. It met the standards. There was nothing wrong with it. Thank you so much. Would never trust that place again. Colloidal silver?
That'd be like getting a full sleeve and they give you a mini bottle of Windex.
That's just that. It's not scientific. It doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
Literally, for a fresh piercing, all you're supposed to use is sterile saline and just like spray it on it and just leave it alone. Put colloidal silver on it? No. I didn't want to be mean to them. It wasn't expensive, so like I bought the colloidal silver and got home and threw it out. It's like I'm not using colloidal silver in any way in my life.
That just reminds me of the trad wives on TikTok telling us to drink raw milk.
Someone, how do I tell the story? Someone the other day was talking about how they were trying everything to make themselves feel better, and they tried raw milk, but they couldn't drink it because it tasted gross. And I was like, good, because you should not be drinking raw milk. Like, do not listen to RFK, who talks like this and tries to tell us about what to do and what to drink. We shouldn't be drinking raw milk.
I was following this account that was doing Twilight, Lord of the Rings. They're like, because everybody's into audiobooks too. Like, what if random celebrities did the audiobooks of Twilight or Lord of the Rings? And he was doing like redneck versions of Lord of the Rings. And then like someone in the comments said, what if it was RFK Jr.?
Could you imagine? Could you imagine that for Twilight? Hey, Bella, where have you been, Loca?
It's just them doing it in a sauna, drinking raw milk with Kid Rock.
There's just an ad in the middle. This is sponsored by Tylenol. Wait. What did he say? He said that like the chemicals in the water are making the kids trans or something. And you're gonna listen to Raw Milk Boy.
Right. Wasn't well, I remember the meme, they're making the frogs gay.
That guy's great. That guy is insane. I live on Long Island. I work on Long Island. That is very Long Island. And the amount of people that have at my job, so I can't say anything back, which just my skin is crawling inside because I can't respond, have been like, oh, the food is just poison. The food is just toxic. Oh, but luckily that RFK is going to make it so much better. No, he's
Where's those
not.
low gas prices and low food prices we were
No,
promised?
he is not. He doesn't know what he's talking about. He's not making anything better at all. No, he's gonna make everything better. Someone the other day said that they think peanut allergies are a new thing because of the vaccines that we take. So that's why more kids have peanut allergies. And I was like, no, that's not a thing. What are you saying?
That's been a thing since I was a wee kid in school.
Yeah, but back in the day, like in the 70s, peanut allergies, they weren't a thing. We just didn't know what the things were.
We didn't have a whole ass computer in our phone in the palm of our hands to find out that there was, the statistics on people allergic to foods.
Yeah, when people talk about eating certain things like unpasteurized milk, and it's like, well, back in the day they ate like this and they lived fine and they were healthy and I'm like, they died at 25.
Back in the day, well, way back, like, you know how like in storybooks and when people retell stories, they travel with bread and fruits and veg, and that's what they ate on their travels, because bread had all of the essential vitamins and minerals and was a whole food group. But now that it's owned by, I don't know, Pillsbury and all this other stuff, it's not even, especially American bread isn't bread. It's mostly sugar, and they take a lot of the fiber out of the food because
That's
it's not
another
even
thing, though.
real flour, milled flour to be bread for minerals.
Well, they do process things in a way that makes it cheaper. Of course, profit. It's it's a business, but a lot of people when they talk about how like there's things that are banned in other countries that are allowed here, the same thing can be said reverse too. There's a lot of
Yes.
things that we ban
Mm-hmm.
that other countries allow. So it's like a weird semantics thing about like which country's food is better for you and worse for you. At the
Yeah.
end of the day, major corporations are gonna cut corners and not give a shit.
Yeah, and like if
trying to
you
make
look
money.
at specifically, because I always shop at the Japanese grocery stores, there's signs that say warning, this contains a certain level of mercury or like cancerous whatever.
Have you ever noticed that a lot of imported Asian foods have the Prop 65 label on it? And does it mean that they're actually more harmful? Prop 65 labels are part of a California state law that requires companies to put labels on to warn consumers of potential exposure to chemicals that may give you cancer or reproductive harm. And they're determined by these things called safe harbor levels, which are actually levels that are sometimes almost 1,000 times lower than what the threshold is. A lot of imported Asian foods contain ingredients like seaweed and fish, which of course are ocean dwellers, and ocean dwellers are commonly exposed to heavy metals. This is because heavy metals are naturally present in our Earth's crust, and this is also due to the fact that there is some level of industrial activity done by humans that spills into the ocean and increases the amount of heavy metals we have. You can look at dried seaweed as an example. Most dried seaweeds have a Prop 65 logo on them because they typically contain something like arsenic in them. There's also a lot of regulatory reasons why imported Asian foods often have the Prop 65 logo on it, and it is that if you're a business person in Thailand and you have to send all these food products to the US, but this one state is like, hey, we need this label, you're not going to make like 2 different labels for a product because that would be like such a supply chain nightmare. So you're just going to put it on all of them, and you're just going to put it on all your products, you're going to put it on there, boom, you're safeguarded. As a scientist, I kind of think Prop 65 is a bit of an outdated and overblown piece of legislation. I mean, I feel like anytime I go into any store, literally like everyone and their mom has the Prop 65 logo. I like the idea of it. It comes from a good place, but ultimately I feel like it's not that helpful for consumers to make better choices. Plus, even a trace amount of heavy metals, since these are set at such low levels, can cause a label to be slapped on most foods.
Mm-hmm. There was some white woman on TikTok once that bought something, and it said that on it, like contains like carcinogen or whatever, and they were like, oh, I don't know if I can eat this. I don't know if I can. And then they were like, obviously being racist about it. But girl, do you eat hot dogs? Same thing. Girl, this is 2 hours.
Oh my gosh. How do we go from like, I don't even know, anime to hot dogs? That's the title.
Let's wrap this thing up. Guys, help us. Okay? Listen, she has job loss. I want to lose my job. Help us. Okay? If you're watching this, listening to this actually rather, potato, on Spotify and or Apple Podcasts, scroll down, take a gander. You see that little rate? You see the stars? Click on them. Make it 5 if you put less than 5. Don't even think about it. Leave a comment, okay?
Of some feedback.
Anything. Just hi, good.
Go to our
Yay.
socials
Anything
follow.
you want to comment. Yeah.
to see when the next episodes are going to come up. And we're also on YouTube. So you can make as big of a paragraph or as comment that you want on there.
Yep. Check us out. YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, which now every time I post a stupid TikTok, I have to take off the AI feature, and it's annoying me.
I have to do that. I saw a fellow makeup artist physically go through, because I was thinking about doing that. It took her over 3 hours and she popped a blood vessel in her eye.
I did it to like all of our podcast videos and a good amount of my art videos. It took me so long, and I'm not done. Guys, go on our AI free, as much as we can make it, TikTok. Spam like us, okay? Not too much, because I messed up the algorithm on the opposite way. Spam like us minusculely.
Wouldn't you rather see this than another AI, like if there's another Baby Shark thing or some AI annoying ad and show that's not even real?
Would you rather a bunch of men with a podcast being like, women, women, or
They think they're so good.
females?
Why should females have an opinion? Why should they own property or money?
Oh, subscribe to us on YouTube too, by the way.
Oh yeah, we both have our own TikToks, YouTubes, Instagrams.
I don't post on my own YouTube anymore. It's too much. It's too much hassle. But I have 2 TikToks, 2 Instagrams. I do too much. I'm broke. But yeah. All right, guys. Bye. This is gonna be a bitch to edit. Bye.